And then, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be talking all about hormone health. Who's here to learn and who wants to learn more about what does the hormones do in our body, right? What does it do in our body? Is it causing some of the symptoms we're experiencing? Is that the cause of some of the symptoms we're experiencing? And what can we do about it? Who wants to know what you want to do about it? So my name's Jen Laurie. I have just been with Trinont for a couple of months, but I am so thrilled by the results we are getting every day. So along with this information, you're also going to get the chance to hear some testimonies from some of our friends who have been having tremendous experiences using a couple of products that we're going to share. We're also going to give some extra tips, some lifestyle tips, some other things that you can do right away to start helping get that hormone health back and be able to perhaps decrease or get rid of some of the symptoms you're experiencing. So we have a guest speaker on tonight who is a dear friend of mine. Melissa is here. She's a holistic nutrition practitioner from Ontario, and she has helped so many women in particular. I think mostly women, right, Melissa?
Yes.
Women in particular, because we seem to go through the most hormone shifts. Men do go through hormone shifts too, but women go through a lot more in a lifetime. So we have her here to share with you. She has helped tons of women get their hormones back into balance, start living life symptom free again, and really get that quality of life back. So that's what we're hoping for you, is to be able to help you get that quality of life back. So I'm going to turn it over to Melissa, and she's going to start sharing with you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a second here. And okay. Here we go. Let's see. All right. So as Jen said, my name is Melissa Weatherall, and I am a registered holistic nutrition practitioner. It's quite a mouthful. And I help women with their health and their hormones. And it's my passion to see every single woman live vibrantly. So often we hear that we think the symptoms we have are normal. And guys, although they are often common, they are far from normal. We shouldn't be having pain, and we shouldn't have no energy or sleepless nights and be moody or want to strangle our husbands or our partners. This isn't normal, right? It's common, but it's not normal. So I've made it my mission to educate and help as many women as I possibly can. So tonight we're just going to be able to scratch the surface, sadly, because this is a really big topic. But I'm excited to share some hormone information with you. So I live in a little town in Ontario, and I know some of you are hundreds of miles away in different provinces. And I think it's so super cool that we can communicate like this. It's so easy, right? It's 8 p.m. It's dark where I am. It's flipping cold. And here I am, we're chatting over Zoom. But have you ever wondered how your body communicates? Well, it's through your hormones. Hormones, usually when I say the word hormones, a lot of people automatically think estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. We immediately think our sex hormones, but hormones are actually chemical messengers that have profound effects on your mental, physical, and emotional health. And for instance, they actually play a role in controlling your appetite, your weight, and even your mood. So typically your body produces the precise amount of each hormone you need for various processes to keep you healthy. These chemicals coordinate different functions in your body by carrying messages through your blood to your organs, your skin, your muscles, and other tissues. So the signals tell your body what to do and when to do it. So as you can see, there's a lot more to it than just your sex hormones. So let's move on here. We're going to talk about what they impact. So hormones impact almost everything in your body: your development and your growth, your metabolism of foods, your sexual functions and reproductive growth and health, your cognitive functions and your mood, the maintenance of your body temperature, and even your thirst. So they impact pretty much everything. Now, I want you to think of an orchestra. When we listen to an orchestra, we have all of those beautiful instruments and they're all playing in tune with each other and they make beautiful music. But if they have just one instrument that's out of tune or offbeat, you'll notice that the music no longer sounds nice, it becomes noise. And this is the same as your hormones. If one is out of balance, everything goes awry. It's pretty crazy. And so that's why we need them to all be in balance, right? We want to have, lots of energy. We want less stress and anxiety. We want elevated mood, sharper mind, restful sleep. But if you got one that's not in the right beat or the right harmony, then you're going to be starting to notice a lot of things are not working the way you want them to. So as we age, our hormones naturally change. We start off as little kids and we have puberty. And then by the age of 20, they naturally start to decrease a little bit. And you're going to start to notice changes in your body, your mood, your energy is going to change, your libido changes, and we can even notice aches and pains. So just as all of the things are changing, your estrogen levels will also naturally change over the course of your life. And so we're talking primarily women. I mean, men have estrogen too, but for women, that's usually who I work with. The estrogen starts to kind of decline as you start to age, and so does your collagen levels. And this is going to impact your skin, your nails, your hair health, as well as any aches or pains you might start to see, as well as wrinkles. In our 30s and our 40s, we start to enter perimenopause. And during perimenopause, our estrogen levels will begin to fall, and the symptoms start to really show up, like mood swings, PMS, heavy periods, fatigue, constipation, headaches, hot flashes. The symptoms can be quite a lot, but they can also be different for every single person. The closer you get to menopause, which is marked by 1 year without a period, the more dramatic the estrogen decrease becomes. And sadly, when estrogen starts to decline, our insulin and our stress hormone cortisol increase. So this is really important to understand because estrogen is like the queen bee. She runs everything. And when she starts to fall, everything starts to go awry. And sadly, for some of us, our insulin will go up because estrogen is typically insulin protective. And so as estrogen is falling, insulin's going up, the stress hormone is going up, and you're going to start getting that tire around your middle, and you're going to have a really hard time with maintaining your weight. All of this starts just to go crazy. And it also can mean that fat storage is going to increase and your sleep decreases, your metabolism slows down, and this is due to your thyroid hormone. So this is just really scratching the surface, but I just wanted to make it clear that everything starts to change. So if you're having any hormonal imbalance, you're going to start having some of these symptoms. You might experience mood swings, weight gain, low libido, insomnia, PMS, joint pain, headaches, weak bones, skin issues, constipation. It can get really tough. I went too far. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, sorry. So our hormones are made in the endocrine system, and this is known as our body's messenger system. The endocrine system is made up of organs called glands, and our glands produce and release different hormones that target specific things in your body. One area that's particularly important is the gut. And I know that we've talked a lot about the gut in the past, and you might have heard that the gut is considered your second brain. Well, it houses 90% of your serotonin, as well as your immune system, and it regulates your happiness, right? So the gut is pretty important. But what a lot of people don't understand is that it's also very important for us to keep our gut in balance or in perfect harmony, I suppose, because it actually helps metabolize our estrogen. So it regulates your estrogen. Many hormonal problems that are common to us women, like your belly bloat, your weight gain, difficult periods, and even skin issues can be a sign that your gut needs some TLC and that your estrogen metabolism isn't what it should be. So it's really important that you take care of that gut connection. So some symptoms of imbalance for gut hormone imbalance would include acne, constipation or IBS, heavy, light, or irregular periods, PCOS, belching, gas, hot flashes, SIBO, bloating, gut infections, low libido. And I mean, the list can go on and on. And again, it's different for everybody. You may have one or two of these symptoms, or you could have like all of them, really. So luckily, we can make some changes to balance our hormones naturally. And it really does start with your nutrition, in my opinion. I always suggest to my clients to have a balanced plate with a PFF. And the PFF stands for protein, fiber, and fat. So especially you want to make sure you're having sufficient protein, because this triggers the production of peptide hormones, some of which suppress the appetite and help you feel full. And I always kind of tell people that they should aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal to really, that's sadly it's underutilized. A lot of us don't eat enough protein. And then of course we want to have healthy fats. This is really important for hormonal health, especially for women. Fats are important building blocks for hormones. And of course they are adequate nutrients. We need our A, D, E, and K, which are part of that and essential for hormone balance. So in addition, fat's also going to provide you energy. So if you're feeling really tired and slow, you want to make sure you're getting enough of that. And of course, healthy fats, right? And then the last F is fiber. Fiber is especially important because this is going to bind to excess hormones in your body. So after you've used up your hormones, you need to get rid of them. And it's going to help work to remove them through the colon. So if you're not consuming enough fiber, then instead of it being eliminated, excess hormones can be reabsorbed back into your body, which is going to lead to imbalanced levels. I always like to tell women that I work with to have at least 35 to 40 grams of fiber every single day. So I think most people will say 25, but if you're a woman, you really do need more. And of course, diets high in sugar have been shown to promote insulin resistance. It's going to disrupt your gut microbiome and reduce leptin production. So leptin is another hormone that we have. This is going to really make a difference. So you want to lower that sugar intake, any refined carbohydrates, because this will also aid in hormonal health. So the next thing is you need to move your body. Sorry, my cat is freaking out. So if you hear that, that's what it is. There's some strength training is really good, aerobics, walking, and other forms of exercise. This may modify hormone levels to reduce the risk of disease and prevent muscle mass decline as you age. Another one is you really want to start managing your stress. It's so important. Engaging in meditation, yoga, and other soothing activities may help normalize your levels of the stress hormone cortisol. And a healthy gut microbiome may positively influence your hormones by regulating your appetite and reducing insulin resistance. So really the bottom line is your hormones are involved in every aspect of your health. You need them in very specific amounts for your body to function optimally. And hormonal imbalances may increase the risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and other health conditions. And although aging and other factors that affect hormones are beyond your control, what you do every single day in your lifestyle and what you eat, putting into your body is going to help you manage your hormone levels. Consuming nutritious foods, exercising regularly, and engaging in other health promoting behaviors such as meditating and getting enough sleep will really go a long way in improving whatever imbalances that you feel. So in my opinion, it's always really best to support your health through your nutrition and lifestyle first, but I really do believe in this day and age, we need to bridge the gap sometimes with supplements. We can do all the things right, but the soil is depleted in minerals, our food is affected, our environment is filled with toxins that impact us on so many levels. Our body really needs help. So I find if you can get a really good bioavailable high impact supplement to assist you, you're going to really kind of bridge that gap and help you get to where you want to be with your health and your hormones. I personally have dealt with lots of hormonal imbalance since I got into perimenopause. It's been real and it's really not a lot of fun. But of course, once I was introduced to Trinot, I've actually, I'm just amazed by how I feel. The high impact has, these high impact products have really changed my life. I can't even begin to tell you. So again, it's always really important to do what you can with your lifestyle, but it's also a really good idea to bridge that gap with some good supplements. So I'm going to let Jen talk to you about the supplements because she's a real expert with that. Let me just unshare my screen if I can remember how to do it. Okay, there we go.
Wow. Thank you, Melissa. Did anybody learn anything? Hands up if you learned anything while listening to Melissa speak. She is definitely the expert and knows what she's talking about with hormones. And like she said, it is a very big topic because it's not just the three, the sexual hormones that we normally think of. There's like, Melissa, do you have a number of like how many?
It's funny. I thought of that. There's
Like
just
we
so
have
many.
like 86 different like main hormones. Never mind the side little smaller pieces to the puzzle. We have like 86 main hormones in our body. So hormones are such a big topic, but such great information. Thank you so much for sharing with us. So we want to talk to you about what you can do in the supplement front about that. So what is Trinot? Trinot is an amazing health and wellness company that has high impact products. So Melissa was talking about high impact products. Here's the deal. There's a lot of supplements on the product on the market. And the reality is the majority of the supplements on the market are not bioavailable, which means your body can't actually absorb what's in them or utilize what's in them. And so if you can't use it, you're just like, have you ever heard of like sometimes when you're buying supplements, like you're just, creating expensive pee, right? Because you're literally just peeing out the supplements because your body's not actually using it. That can happen. And so what we're talking about is high impact supplements that use natural occurring products, not synthetic ingredients, but natural occurring ingredients that are formulated in such a way that the body can actually utilize them. Okay, so we will get to the questions after, but I wanted to share just a few products. So we're going to share, and there is so many more products, but we're just going to touch on a couple of favorites that really have high impact when it comes to hormone health. So we are going to talk about a favorite product of ours, all of ours that have used it. It is called Enrich. And Enrich is a product that is it has 11 plant-based digestive enzymes that help to break down your food. And as we get older, and as Melissa was talking about, our hormone health can impact everything. And if our hormone health is not in balance, it is likely that we're not actually able to produce the enzymes we need to break down our food properly. So what these enzymes do is it breaks down our food down to a molecular structure where our body can actually utilize it and then be able to absorb it. What's really cool about this product is it also has a stabilized prebiotic and probiotic blend so that it not only can help you break down your food, but it's actually going to help on the absorption front down into your small intestine. And then it's also going to help with the elimination processes in your body, because not only is it important to break down your food, absorb your food, but it's also important to eliminate any toxins or anything else that could interrupt your hormone pathways. And so we want to make sure that all those things happen. And that is what happens with our Enrich product. So I'm going to show a quick little demo. I'm going to bring up on the screen a quick little demo that shows you it in action so that we can show you this. Give me one sec here. I'll share my screen. And we will get to you'll get to see that happen. So in this demonstration, what you'll see is you will see like a processed food. So anytime we're eating processed or cooked food, there is no live enzymes in it. So our body needs a little help to break it down. So in this pudding demo, it is simply going to, let me click the right button here. Hold on. Oh, I think I have to click present mode first. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So what you're going to see is this is a pudding pack. It's a processed food, very basic. You're going to see that it's solid, but when broken open an enriched capsule into there and it's stirred in, you're going to see it breaking it down into the smaller molecular structure. It's going to actually become like a liquidy substance that's like water. And so what it's doing is it's breaking those structures down, the proteins, the carbs, the fats, everything down into that smaller molecular structure is going to help your body absorb better. So a lot of times when we're having symptoms from from our food, it's because we don't have the enzymes to break down those things like sugar, fats, the carbohydrates, and the proteins. So there you have it. Hands up if you are amazed by watching it break down like that so quickly. So in less than a minute, it breaks down. And that is just one of the products that I wanted to share because Melissa talked about gut health. You want to get some real good gut health. This is something you need to write down, like write down right now, wherever you are, write it down in Rich. And Rich is something you need to have on your list of like next shopping. This is what I need to buy because this is going to change your life. The next product I wanted to talk about is called Renew. And Renew is a vitamin E antioxidant. Oh, let me share my screen again here for a second. Renew is it's a specially formulated antioxidant using vitamin E, but it is actually the tocotrienols, not the tocopherols that we're used to seeing. So if you have a vitamin E product or a supplement that has vitamin E in it, I want you to take a look at it. And I want you to see if it has tocopherols in it or if it has tocotrienols in it. Most likely it's going to be the tocopherols. The tocotrienols in this Renew product are actually scientifically proven by Dr. Barry Tan, who is the creator of this product. And he wrote a book called The Truth About Vitamin E. So if you want to learn more about his scientific research behind it, please go check out that book, The Truth About Vitamin E by Dr. Barry Tan. But he talks about in his research and studies, these tocotrienols that are specifically in this product are 40 to 60 times greater at retaining the cellular structure. Okay, so this is the protective structure to make sure that things aren't breaking down. And so this is going to help with the healthy cellular function, but it also helps with the production of hormones like testosterone and estrogen. It actually helps with the production of this. So we heard of Melissa talk about how during certain hormone shifts, during life phases in our life, it will decrease. Well, I want to tell you also, if you have lived a little bit less than a healthy lifestyle throughout your life, you might experience these things sooner because your body is literally aging faster because you're breaking down things in your body. Your cellular structures are not staying strong. And so it's going to happen. So how many of you have heard stories or listened to friends talk about like, how could I possibly be in perimenopause? I'm way too young for this. That is because we have not been treating our bodies very well often. And what's happening is our body's breaking down. So it's aging faster. And so this can slow down the aging process and help create those hormones to boost back up. So I have a very special guest to share her experience with the Renew. So I'm gonna get Jen to come on. So I'm just gonna let you take it away, Jen. You are the expert. You're gonna tell us so much and teach us so much. So I'm just gonna let you speak.
Okay, I love it. Now, Jen, do you want me to talk about Boost while I'm on here too?
Yeah. Can you talk about Boost as well?
Yep. Okay, so I was blessed to be the guinea pig project, kind of when the company released this product. What they did is they took the product and they had all of their top leaders test it. And so I knew it was a vitamin E product. I knew that it was meant to help rejuvenate our 38 trillion cells. Did you guys know you have 38 trillion cells in your body? I knew it was amazing for anti-aging, but I really didn't know, like, what is it going to do for me? Like, what is going to be the result that I am very aware of? Like, something has changed. Anyway, here's what happened for me. I started taking it, and, you know, the bottle actually says to take 1 per day. And I want to let you know that I took 2 per day. I don't know why I took 2 per day, but there wasn't a label in the beginning. I mean, this is just like a little test run. So I took 2 a day. And it's kind of funny. I went over to Hawaii to do a big event for our team in Hawaii and to see my grandbabies over there. And it was about day 10 on Renew when I was at this business training, and some of my friends started saying to me, Jen, what happened to you? Like, did you have a facelift? I'm like, no, I did not have a facelift. They're like, no, you had to have had like a lower facelift or something. Like, something is really different. And I really couldn't figure out what they were getting at. But then the next day I got on an airplane, and I posted a picture of me on an airplane. And this is before I knew about filters for pictures. I didn't even know that was a thing. So it was really the raw picture of me. But I took a picture and I posted it that I was excited to go home. And my inbox started blowing up. People were like, holy cow, what did you do to your face? Like, you look amazing. And so I started thinking, oh my gosh, maybe it's the Renew. Maybe that is what it is. Well, then I'm on the plane for quite a while because I'm flying back from Hawaii, and I start playing these. You guys are going to laugh, but this was real. I mean, this is not me to be like this, but I started listening to these love songs, and I just kept wanting to hear another one and another one. And I was thinking about my husband and how much I loved him. And you guys, really, something was going on. And so I got home, and I don't even, it was like Cupid shot his bow and it hit me. That's all I can say. But it was kind of crazy. Now you have to know my husband at home was taking it as well. Okay. So anyway, long story short, we ended up having a great reunion, and definitely we were feeling the results of that testosterone and estrogen spiking. Okay. I know Jenna's laughing. There's so much more I could tell you, but I want to keep it like, classy here today. But I just want you to know that when I had suffered for many, many years, I was in the middle of menopause when this happened, and I was having hot flashes. I was having night sweats. I had zero libido, like the little engine that couldn't. And I mean, it couldn't. It was bad. No libido. And it was extremely frustrating. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how we're going to get this fixed. So for me, that product changed my life in the biggest way. And I do believe that what people were seeing in my face was the fact that our vitamin E, if you think of a cell phone, think of your cell phone being on a 1G network. Dr. Barry Tan told us it'd be like being on a 50G network. That's how different the vitamin E is in this product. And so that's what we were seeing in the face. But also, you guys, just so you know, I think it's all ladies on here. Is it all ladies except Trent? Oh, Trent, you've already heard me say too many things. I'm not worried about you. Okay. But just know that it's renewing your cells. And so everything is tightening. So you can take that wherever you want to go with that. But I'm letting you know, everything is getting tighter. And I do believe that my face was getting tighter. Everything was getting tighter. We'll leave it at that. Okay. But estrogen and testosterone, great combination. And it was a great combination for my husband too. Go figure. Okay. So that was pretty cool. Then shortly after that, we launched Boost, and Boost is a nitric oxide product, and Boost is amazing. In fact, how many of you have heard of nitric oxide before? Any of you? Has anybody heard of nitric oxide? Okay. So for those of you who haven't, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Hold on just a minute. I had a little sheet I wanted to talk to you about here. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so nitric oxide is truly the miracle molecule that signals your blood vessels to increase blood flow and nutrient flow. It is a component everybody needs, and it's so important for healthy living that its discovery won the 1998 Nobel Prize in Medicine, okay? TechnoBoost, or our Boost product, it is a proprietary formula of L-arginine, AAKG, and plant-based antioxidants that promote and restore natural nitric oxide production. So this is going to be amazing for helping you with stamina, helping you with heart health, helping with circulatory health, and it does actually help to produce testosterone, okay? So when you kind of think about it and you think about, okay, this is helping produce testosterone and it's pumping the blood, it's making the blood pump, you can imagine what that does for our men. So that's a great thing. They seem to like that. But also for women, we need testosterone. We need it too. So I always say Boost and Renew put together, we should be selling that as a sexual health pack. And no matter how we say it, we can laugh and giggle. You guys, sexual health is really important because when we don't have it, it is extremely frustrating. And I will just make sure you know this. Since the day I started taking Renew, I have not had a hot flash or a night sweat. Nothing. And my libido is on point. You guys, I really thought that was never going to happen again. And I mean, it whipped into shape. It took about 10 days. That was it. So I'll give it back to you, Jen.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. I didn't know that you were like a tester for it. So that's cool.
We were testers. We didn't know what it was supposed to do. And I do have to say it was the Diamond Council that was testing. So I got home and started calling my other Diamond Council members. I'm like, are you feeling a little extra romantic at your house? Everybody was having the same experience. We were laughing so hard.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And again, like sometimes we see it on the outside, but it's what happens on our outside is a reflection of the functioning inside our body. So I say that all the time because it's so important to remember that, you know, what we're seeing on the outside is not just about what's going on the outside, because it means what's going on in the inside is, you know, getting into balance and making sure that it's operating and functioning optimally so that we can feel optimal, right? Because we want optimal health. We don't just want, like Melissa started the call off with, we don't want to feel what is considered normal, because it's not actually normal. It's common, not normal. So when you hear someone say it's just normal because I'm this age, remind yourself that it is not normal. It is the body signaling to you that something is not right, and you can change that. Okay, so, oh my gosh, Sandra says, after hearing that testimony, your husband will probably tell her just to buy all of it. Right? Oh my gosh, sit down and watch this video recording. I want to remind you guys that we always record these videos. So if you are listening here today thinking, oh my gosh, I have friends that need to hear this, make sure you ask whoever invited you here to send a recording to you so you can continue sharing this forward, because we want to get the message out. We want to help people. We want more healthy people in the world, because healthy people make happy people, and we want more happiness in the world. Hands up if you want more happiness in the world. And if your hand is not up, I'm thinking your sound's off or something, because I think we all want that. So the next product I want to talk about is our Mojo and Zest combo. So we talked a little bit about like energy being down, like when we heard Melissa talk about fatigue, and we talked about blood sugar balances and stuff. So we're going to go a little bit of a different direction with the Mojo and the Zest products. So that is our part of our nootropic line of beverages, we'll call them. And so they're just different flavors. So when we're talking about either the the Mojo or the Zest, know that it is just meaning a different flavor profile, but it has the same nutrition profile. Okay. So it is going to boost energy, mood, and focus. Who wants more energy, elevated mood, and more focus in life? Right? Again, everyone's hands are up, because who does not want that, right? So that is what this product does. It is an amino acid an amino acid in it called L-theanine, which actually scientifically shown to boost your serotonin, which Melissa talked a little bit about, your serotonin and your dopamine production, which are your happy hormones. We're still talking about hormones here, but it also has a patented formula called Chromax in there, which is known to help balance blood sugars, which can help with reduced cravings. It can help with reducing that insulin spike. So that insulin hormone, when the insulin hormone gets spiked, what happens is it throws everything out of whack. And when that insulin hormone is continuously elevated, it actually turns off the other hormone pathways that allow your body to do things like lose weight, sleep well, that sort of thing, right? It impacts your melatonin. It impacts your ability to produce your sexual hormones. It impacts your ability to actually lose weight. So that stubborn weight gain, does anybody suffer from like just weight that just will not let go? Again, so this is a product that can help, and we have more than one product that can help, but we chose to talk about Mojo and Zest today. So I'm going to invite Beth on the call to share her experience of what she changed, because when we talked, she didn't even realize that, oh my gosh, the connection, like she's like, oh my gosh, the dots are now just connecting, because I didn't realize that that was actually hormone health. She thought it was something else. So let's just give Beth the mic here, and we'll let her share.
Okay, thanks, Jen. Yeah, so until Jen said something about insulin and hormone, I didn't really connect the two of them. So really quick background on me. I've had fibromyalgia for years. I've had osteoarthritis. I've had psoriasis, all kinds of other autoimmune stuff going on. So I never really connected blood sugar and insulin to other things that were happening. And I started last September using some of the products to help treat the arthritis and the fibro, and had tremendous results. But I never really got into using the Mojo that much until a lot later. But and so I'm one of the backgrounds about me is I'm one of these people. First of all, I'm like a poster child for ADHD. Focus doesn't exist in my world. I'm all over the map. And I'm also one of these people who can have like 2 shots of espresso and fall asleep half an hour later. It just never seemed to affect me. I could have multiple cups of coffee and then have a 2-hour nap at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I guess part of that is because my hormone level was, would kind of go up and then drop down with the insulin. Last fall, right before I started using all the other products, my doctor called and told me my A1C was a little higher than she wanted it to be. Wasn't diabetic, but she was concerned that if I continued on that path, I might become that way. So I'm like, okay, well, this is something I need to really pay attention to. And I started to cut down the amount of sugar, and that, felt a little bit better. But I was still having coffee in the morning, and I could still drink a coffee and then fall asleep half an hour later or 2 hours later, and be bit by what my husband calls the ass dragon. So, and that was my day every day. And I guess it was probably about 3 months ago or so that I thought, you know what, I'm going to try the Mojo. No, I don't like coffee without sugar. So, and of course, that was problem now. I don't want to have sugar in my coffee. So instead I went to the chocolate Mojo. And I have started just having, instead of coffee, I have a chocolate Mojo in the morning. And I find about half an hour after I've had it, I don't get that crash. I don't start to fall asleep. And I'm just more awake and more alert and able to function like in ways that I could not do before. I also use Zest. I'll quite often have one of those in the afternoon, and I love it. Again, I'm a little more focused when I sit down to work. I'm not quite as all over the map as I used to be. It's not, I mean, I'm like I said, poster child for ADHD. Organization is certainly not my thing, but this has helped me to focus a little better. But mainly it's my energy. I'm not feeling like I have to go have a nap halfway through the day every day, which that's unusual because I've needed naps in the daytime for 20 years. So, and I never connected the insulin issue with it as that being potentially the problem. So anyways, not sure what else I can say, but it's been a real game changer for me. Again, another one.
Thank you so much for sharing, Beth. I really appreciate you sharing because yeah, that is the hormone imbalance happening when it's fluctuating up and down. That is another sign of hormone imbalance. So so that along with the enrich, because the enrich is going to help you actually break down those sugars properly, can reduce the sugar spikes as well. And Melissa talked about eating protein. You want to make sure you're always eating protein with any sort of carbohydrates, because that is also going to reduce that spike of insulin in your body. And then, you know, have more, be more even keeled with your insulin levels. So thank you so much, Beth, for sharing. Did we lose you, Benny? Oh no, there you are, Benny. Benny, do you want to share about how we can get our hands on the products?
Absolutely. So I'm curious, we've heard about some of the amazing products. We talked about the Enrich, we talked about the Renew and the Mojo. Out of all of those, which one are just jumping out at you guys? I know after Jen shared about the Renew, I saw the comments blowing up, and I just have to say that I started taking the Renew consistently this week when I got home from Utah. And there are some dots being connected right now. So I just have to say that one, I'm going to keep taking it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen for a quick second here. And I just want to share the different ways you can get your hands on the products. So I want to see a show of hands of tonight. Was there someone else that you thought of while you were listening to this video? Maybe a friend or your mom or your sister? Show of hands if you thought of someone else. Yes. Well, Beth, who shared tonight, she is one of my dear friends, and she called me and she was quite tired and she needed some help. And I just said, you know, I've started taking these products. I don't know if they're going to work for you like they're working for me. And it just, it tears me up every time when I see you light up and your energy. That is amazing. So this is why we share. So there's two different ways you can get your hands on these products as an associate or a customer. And I always love to say the biggest difference is as an associate, you get a website. So when your friend Beth comes to you and is looking for some support with her health, you can give her your website. The bonus is you can also earn commission off of that. And there's all sorts of other perks of being an associate, but that's the main difference. Both customers and associates, you can get another 10% off when you have a subscription. Hands up if you like saving money. Anybody else? And then, you know, we talked about a few products tonight. So when you get more than 3 products, you can save another 4%. And then maybe you're ordering them for your spouse as well with that boost. And if you order more than 5 products, that's another 4%. So a total of 18% either as an associate or a customer. So I always like sharing that. And then I'm going to show you guys some of the associate bundles. So that is one of the perks of being an associate is you get access to some special bundles. And we have here a bunch of different choices. And I have one regret of becoming a Trinot associate. Do you guys want to hear it? I did not order the platinum pack. So there is a pack for everyone who's coming in. But what I've found is you really want to try all the products. And I know Jen on here kind of talks about it like a grocery store. So, you know, you might want the boost for your husband or another product for your friend. The platinum and the gold, huge savings, but also some sharing coupons so you can help your friends and family share. Jen, do you want to share which one is your favorite?
Yeah, I was looking at these and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, what did we talk about today? What does everybody? And I definitely think platinum. If platinum is doable, make it happen. You will not regret it. But my second favorite bundle would be the silver wellness bundle, which comes with the collagen, which we didn't talk about tonight, but I'm telling you, if you hear me talk about the collagen, ask for another recording where I talk about collagen. You will want that product. But it also has the Mojo and the Boost and the Enrich. And the collagen and the Enrich are like crucial for gut health. And that's why I say that one, because everything starts in the gut. Most symptoms we have will start to decrease as soon as we start working on our gut health. And so I think those are the core ingredients that everyone should start with and then expand from there based on their specific needs. So I think like that needs to be in the box, in the shopping cart, just because that's your core. And then you can get your side things that are like specific for your needs. And definitely like talk to the person who invited you to the call, because they can help guide you to the products that are best for you, or they have direct access to us on here who are speaking, and we can help with that product selection, because we want to make sure that you get the products that are going to do the most for you. You don't need to have everything. And though I love having everything. But you don't need everything to start. And I just think like the biggest thing I hear from people is that they regret not starting sooner, because sometimes we procrastinate when it's cost, because we don't value, we don't put ourselves on high enough on our list of priorities. And I believe Melissa's first slide said something about that. But we don't always prioritize ourselves or our health. And so financially, sometimes it gets put on the back burner, and then we regret it, because once we start feeling the results, we're like, damn, I wish I started sooner, because I went through an additional month of pain because I didn't get on this faster. And so that's my 2 cents on it, is like your health matters and how you feel. And when you have your own testimonies, you're going to want that website, because your friends are going to notice. Like Jen said, her friends could notice right away. I know my friends were like, what are you doing? Like your face looks different. Everything, your energy is different, like everything.
Did everybody else just lose Jen for a minute there? Okay. While Jen unfreezes, I'm just going to unshare our screen. And on that note, before we sign off, I would love to hear from everyone. Melissa's in Ontario. We're here in BC. We want to hear where you're tuning in from tonight, and also who invited you, so that we can make sure that we can get back to you. So just drop in the comments, where are you tuning in from and who invited you tonight? Jen, you're back. We lost you for a minute there. Oh, you're muted.
I'm not sure what you missed, but that's okay. I just want to say, like, you know, you will not have regrets when you invest in your health and yourself. You just never will.
I love it. So we're just having some people drop in the comments where they're from, who invited them. We have some people that are iPhone and different things, so we can't quite see everyone and who they are. Wonderful. So we're going to stop the recording, and we're going to hang out for a few more minutes.
You can answer those
if there's
questions.
any questions. All right. So we're just going to stop the recording now.